Welcome to a look at the new add-on Straw Harvest DLC, free DLC, now available on consoles, part 1, with me, MrSealyp. That's right, it's here after a week's delay. The add-on Straw Harvest by Creative Mesh and Giant Software is here. This is probably going to be two parts, I would think. If not 3. I'm going to start off just by going through what you get in the pack, more to the point what don't you get in the pack. Now obviously PC guys got this a week ago. There was a delay, there was a bug, there was a problem that Creative Mesh found. It meant Giants had to do an update which had to go through the system to be updated before they could then bring it out. So they said probably 2 weeks. Today it popped up on Twitter, today being Tuesday the 14th of April, saying that the update will be available once you've done the update. The add-on Straw Harvest will be available in your mod hub, which it was. So here it is, and we have got a load of stuff. So I'm going to start with the balers, I think, and then we'll just work around. So we have a Prima V18 XC. That's 12 slots. Obviously this is a console video. The PC guys had it a week ago, so a lot of these videos have been out. Do we get the same as the PC guys? Yes we do. On console we've got everything, as far as I'm aware, everything that the PC guys got, we have got on console, and it all works and it all does what it should do, as far as I know at the moment. And now, great thing with this baler is it's a little bit pricey, but you can change the size of the bale. We'll be looking at that later on, so you can change the bale size on that. Plus we have the option to turn on or off automatic loading of the bale net. So you can change the bale net yourself manually by buying pallets of bale net, or you can do it automatically, which is great. Behind that we've got this, and I've done it like that just show it all open because it's just fantastic, honestly. The Creative Mesh guys have done a brilliant job. This is the big pack 1290 HDP2XC. This will use 29 slots. This is a square baler. You can have it's a standard square baler where everything just comes at the back like so. You can have it automatic reloading of the bale twine on this. This has bale twine. Or you can buy pallets and do it manually, and you go over and you reload your bale twine, and it will run out and it will need to be replaced, and you have to buy it, and that's fantastic. So these side panels open, and we have a look at that. Now we have this version, and we'll have a little look at all this in store. I just want to have a quick kind of overview of what we get in the pack. Or there's this version over here which doesn't have that bit on the back, the unload. It has a trailer hitch. It has a trailer hitch because as part of the pack what we also get is this. This is the Bale Collector 1230. This hooks onto the back of that baler, and what will happen is the square bales come out the back, they load onto here, you do 3 bales, and then it will unload onto the ground. Then you come and you collect those bales, and off you go with whatever you want to collect them with. So that will add on to the back of that. So that's your 2 main balers, and that's the Bale Collector 1230. We also get in this pack this, the Krona, I keep saying Krona, it's Krona, this is the Krona Prima 5000. This is the big thing, this is the big change. This makes pellets. This is a pellet creating machine. In the real world this will make pellets from straw, hay and lucerne. In game I know it does straw and hay. I don't know about lucerne. There's only a few maps that have actually got that as a crop type. But this makes pellets, and pellets are used for various different things, and when we go into the actual production and we get this operating, I'll talk a little bit more about that. But this makes pellets. So you can do it on the field, collect up your straw swath or your hay swath. It compresses the swaths, makes them into pellets, they come out here into the hopper, and then you can unload them into a trailer and off you go, which is great. Now if you're in the off season, it's pouring with rain, you might be running seasons, a whole various array of different things, you can get this attachment here. This is the bale shredder attachment that comes with it. Now you can detach it and it sits on a pallet, so you can run this in the field on its own, or you attach this on and this becomes a stationary machine. Now you can put this under a shelter, in a building, whatever you want to do, and what you do is, rather than take the swaths off the ground, you can actually load bales onto this. The bales will go through, it shreds them here as 4 shredders just there, and then does the same process, makes pellets, which makes this machine an all year round machine. So if you've done baling and you put a load in storage during the harvest season, you can then go and collect those during the off season and continue to make pellets. So a bit of an all-rounder. We're going to have a look at that in a bit more detail in operation. That's not all, because we're getting pellets and we will get pallets of pellets. We've got this is the pellet sell point. This comes as part of the pack as well, and you can sell your straw and your hay pallets in here, which is fantastic. Got a little unload point there. What else do we get over here? We have got, and again I apologize if I've said this wrong, it's Breslan Lard, I think it is Breslan Lard, and we've got the Breslan Lard B50AR03, which is a Bale Collector, and then we've got the B50AR05, which is a larger, wider one that folds up, which will also collect bales. These have options to go on front loaders, telehandlers and wheel loaders. Again, we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail. And then here we have got the this is the Lizard, get it right, the Lizard V-Grab. Now the Lizard V-Grab is how many slots was that? 6 for the V-Grab. These were 5 slots each. Sorry, I didn't go into all the details, did I? I do apologise. The bale shredder, this section here, is 16 slots. The Prima V18 is 39 slots, but it does a huge array of stuff. The Bale Collector 1230 is 6 slots. The big pack is 29. And the Comprima is 12. I think I did those first 2 and then just got carried away with the rest of it. So, that's the machinery, that's the equipment. We also get pallets. So if you do decide you want to do it manually, we've got pallets of net, and that's for the round baler, so you can replace the pallets of net. We've got pallets of twine for your square baler, and then we've got pallets of molasses, and the molasses is for the Primos. Now I'm pretty sure in the real world it has a water tank and an oil tank. I think the molasses is if the product you're picking up is incredibly dry, a little bit of that is added in just to help bind it, I think, if I'm right on that. So you can reload those, like I say, manually, or you leave it automatic and it does all that itself. Now I'm assuming, and I haven't tried it yet because this is like fresh out, that it will charge you when it does run out. So if you do it automatically, I would assume there'll be a regular charge for replacing these. There might not be. I have purposefully not watched any of the PC guys' reviews on this because I wanted it to be a surprise. I wanted to watch it and be kind of blown away. I didn't want to watch a load of them and then come on here and think, okay, well, I've seen it, done it, I know how it all works. I wanted to be kind of amazed. Now, that's not all. We also got, over the back here, the pellet haul. Now this comes in 3 options. We've got the pellet haul standard, and this is just that. It's a haul, placeable building. Some great details on this as well. The doors fold up rather than roll away, which is fantastic. Detailing inside is amazing. Light fittings and all the rest of the gubbins going on. We do have a light switch which is there, so with lights inside. Door opens, he says, like so, and then this one opens here. So that's the pellet haul. That's 12 slots. Each of the pellet halls are 12 slots. So you can have it empty, like so. You can have the pellet haul with crane, which gives you these kind of bins, so to speak, and it gives you a crane up on the ceiling, which you can access here. Again, we're going to look at that in a bit more detail because there are a few different options and camera angles and all sorts of stuff and different grabs and things we can use for the crane for manoeuvring things around. Or you can have the palletizer, the pellet haul palletizer, and this gives you everything. So you've got the haul, you've got the crane with its various different functions, and then you've got the palletizing setup. Now the palletizer works by putting the pellets in, either tipped in with a bucket if you want to do it with a bucket. It's too high to tip in from a trailer, but you can do it with a bucket. Or if you've got pellets here piled up in piles, you might have hay in one, straw in another, it's up to you. You can use the various different grabs. You grab it, tip it into there, goes up into here, through the machine, and then when it gets into this section here, it bags it, it palletizes it, and then it shrink wraps it, and the pallets come out on the end here. Now you can use the crane to load them, like pick them up and then put them onto a trailer or whatever you want to do, then take them off to your sell point. You could put your sell point directly out the front if you want to, or you could put it somewhere else on the map. That's entirely up to you. So that's everything we get in the pack, and there's a fair bit of it. It's fantastic, and considering this is a free DLC, this is a free add-on. Give the Creative Mesh guys some love. I mean, wow! If you're on any of their social media, massive thumbs up. It's incredible stuff. So what I'm going to do now is look at. We're going to start, I think, with the balers. We'll start with the balers. We'll have a look at the balers in operation, and then we'll move on to the pellet situation. Then we'll look at the inside buildings, the crane, and then the palletizing. So like I say, it could end up being 3 separate videos, but there's a lot to get through, and I don't want to do an hour-long video. I'd rather do it in small sections that's easier to kind of follow along and kind of get your head round in smaller chunks. Then you can pick which ones you want to look at rather than having to watch through 60 minutes to get to one bit you may particularly want to look at. So anyway, that's the first bit. That's what we get. Let's have a look at these balers. Okay, let's get stuck in on the balers then. We're going to start off with the round baler, the Prima V18XC. It's a round baler, as I've already mentioned. It is adjustable in the bale size. We're going to have a look at this. I'm doing this at the same time you're watching this. I haven't practiced, I haven't checked it out. Like I said, I just wanted to be kind of blown away and excited by the whole thing, as anybody else will be. This you will find under baling technology, under tools, baling technology. We scroll across, and there it is, the V80XC, 81,700 to buy. I've already kind of talked about the slot counts, but it is 12 slots. And it does say there we can have it manually or automatic. That is the loading. If we put it on automatic, you'll see it already puts the net in there. If we put it on manually, it leaves it open, and you have to load it yourself. That's it. Those are your options. That's what you get on it. This one I have loaded manually, and you just do it by driving. I'll show you. We'll open up the cover. It opens up this front cover. You drive up next to the pallet of net, and then you just hit L3. It says refill, and it just puts the things in there. We'll have a look at the pallets in a minute as well, because that's kind of to do with the balers. It's more relevant. I have got one over there as well. That's only got that I've got done automatically. So as you can see down the bottom there, it says 100% bale net. And if we're going to open up the help window, because that's going to help a little bit. So open bale net door, press that, and that opens up that little window there. Door. So it opens up the bale net door. So you've got one in there, and then 2 spares I think are in there. We'll close that. Close bale net door, and then it says switch current bale size underneath that. So if I press L1 and down on my D-pad, I can go from 110 to 130 to 155 to 180. So we're going to have a try at each of those bale sizes and see. I'm curious, as much as anybody else is, to see how this works out. What I will do is we'll whiz up and down. We'll get the first of our bales. I've got hay ready to go, I've got straw ready to go, and I've got another one of the Comprimas just over there that's automatic, because I'm curious about whether or not it's going to charge you or whether it's just... Now if you do it automatically, it adds another 10 grand onto the price. I don't know if you noticed that one. I should have really kind of said that a little bit better. Right, let's turn that off. Fantastic animations on the top. Let's get going. So I want to hit 100%. Just about. I don't really want to get another bit in there. I know it seems a bit daft doing it slowly, but this puts 100% at 3,500 litre bale. There we go. So let's turn it off a second and unload that bale. Look at that! So we'll open up the help menu. That's a 3,500. Switch current bale size. Why is it not let me do that? Do you want to close it again? Switch current bale size to 130 and we'll go again. Hope if I turned it on, wouldn't it? This picks up quick, man. I've got a lot of straw, I suppose, to be fair. So this is going to put us at 3.7. Oh no, maybe a 4. $4,000 litre bale. Turn that off. Let's unload. That's a 4,000 litre bale. Okay, let's switch it up to 155. Turn it on. I love the fact it's got wrap on it as well. And you can see as well it says bale net. That is reducing. So this is going to put us at 4,500. Oh no, 5,000 litre bale. $5,000 litre bale. That's a bit bigger. You can definitely sell it's a bit bigger. Turn it on. Just going to put this one there. Oh, I didn't change it. You muppet. Let's go for 180. Oh, now it already started. That's good. So it allowed me to change it up. Let's rock and roll through this one. We're up over 6,000. 6.5. 6,500 litre bale. So those are the different sizes then. Turn that off. Unload. Now you can see from our original, let's close that off. That one was a 3,500 litre. I love the detail of the net on there as well. Very nice. That's a 3,500. That's a 6,500. I am curious, can I lift up the 3,500? No. You never know. So I suppose there is the question as well that adds into all of this. Will the various different auto-load bale trailers collect the different sizes of these? I suppose that's going to come down to whether the modders have done support for it. So maybe manual loading for the time being. The 4,000s it will. Well, there you go. Okay, so that's the different bale sizes. That's fantastic. So we know we've got different bale sizes. What I'm going to do is turn that off. Now the net is down to 95%. You're going to get a lot of bales done before you need to replace netting. Actually, what I should have done was close that. Bear with me 1 second. So this one has got auto loading. Let's turn it on. I think this is set standard on, it comes automatically on 110. So I'm going to leave it on 110s for the time being and we'll just see what happens. Mind you, that said you'd have to bale a huge amount before you'd even start to run out. Drop the pickup, what's the matter with me? Yeah, I'd imagine the fact you're paying 10 grand over the top anyway. I'm just trying to think how much you'd have to actually bale before you're going to find out. That may well end up having to be a much longer test, I think, because I don't think I've got enough straw on hand. Bearing in mind how much I baled a minute ago, and it was only gone down 3% on that bale net. Those bales are fantastic, I love them. Okay, so that's the Comprima. like I say, I think we'll have to do some more extensive testing on a much bigger field if you're going to find out whether or not that's going to run out. But as far as the other one goes, as soon as it gets down to 0 on the wrap and it runs out, then you just go back over, click on L3 or open up the front, click on L3, put some new net in, and away you go. As far as net goes, we might as well look at that while we're here. If we go under pallets and scroll across, you've got your bale twine pallets that go for the square baler. You've got your bale net pallets that go for the round baler, and then you've got your molasses pallet. Now with each of these, and I'll show them now rather than for each individual baler, we can change the capacities in these. So if you don't need as much twine, we can just go down or up, however you want to do it. So you can start off with just 4 rolls of twine for 340, and then just work your way up, and you can just do rows and rows and rows until you get up to 48 reels of bale twine. That's 2,980 for 48 reels of the twine. The bale net, we can start off on 3. We can go 6. Hang on, what happened there? There, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 is our capacity on that. And again, the price varies depending on how many you go for. So you don't have to have a full pallet if you don't need it. If you're not getting through it very often, just get a smaller pallet with a little bit. While we're on the subject of that, let's come out of there. Bear with me again. Something I was very happy about is this. That's from the CSZ pack, the big bag handler from the CSZ pack. It's available for wheel loader, front loader, telehandler and skid steer loader. These pallets do work using the strap system on this. So if you don't like manhandling pallets around and you were thinking, oh, I don't really want to go with manual loading, it's going to be a pain, it's going to be awkward, using this thing, it makes life so much easier. You can pick up multiple ones with this, or you can just pick them up to load them onto a trailer, but the fact the strap works on these pallets I think is absolutely fantastic. That is going to make life so much easier. What I am going to check when we get onto whichever part video it's going to be, when we do the palletizing, we'll see if that strapping works on the pallets that come off the palletizer as well. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't do, but they're fantastic. Nicely detailed, great looking stuff. The molasses pallets there, and the net pallet just there. So what we're going to do now is move on and have a look at the big pack. We'll have a look at it in the 2 different versions, the standard version, and we'll have a look at it in the version with the Bale Collector 1230 on the back of it. We'll do a few square bales, and then we'll have a look at the bale handling little bits that go with it, and that'll be the bale side of things. Then we'll move on. I think part 2 will be looking at the pellet operation with the Prima V18. So let's get on to looking at the square balers. Okay, so next onto the square balers, we've got the Big Pack 1290 HDP2XC, 29 slots. This is the version standard with the usual off ramp on the back. We're going to have a look at the other one. This one I have already filled up. I have got this on manual. I've got the other one on manual over there, and I'm going to load that up, so I'll show you the loading process, which I didn't on the Comprima, but again, the detailing on these, it's just incredible. I mean, you can see why it's 29 slots. I mean, you know, the wings open, they go up into place. You'll see when I unload the other one, or load the other one. But wow, absolutely wow. So again, this is under tools, under baling technology, and scroll across. Not cheap, I'll tell you that much. 319 grand. But then it does a lot. Options available, we can have, like I said, on the back you can have the bale chute as standard, or you can have it for the Bale Collector 1230, and then you can have it where you manually load it or auto load. Hang on, automatic, there we go. So we can have it automatic or manual for the loading of the bale twine. So this one has twine, not net. All very nice indeed. It requires 258 horsepower to pull it, so again it's going to require a fair old bit of kit. Not too cheap, not too shabby. We'll have a look at the Bale Collector while we're here as well, which goes onto the back of this. 29,580, the Bale Collector 1230. That's 6 slots. No options available. It does 3 bales. You buy it and it connects onto the back, so we'll have a look at that as well. So let's just whiz over here. And what we'll do is hook up our Magnum. like so. I'm going to open up the help window so you can see. So option L1, it says lower twine boxes. So press up on the D-pad and out they come. Look at that. That's fantastic. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to close it. Fantastic animations. So twine boxes are open. We back up, and because we're next to the twine, no, this is the twine, isn't it? Yeah. Refill baler. Press L3. Boom, boom, boom. Off it goes. Fills up that side. Fills up that side. Now, if you've only got 3 twine things, it will only take 3, and it will fill up 3 of them. That's it filled up. We are good to go. So lift the twine boxes. Put those away. We'll hook up the Easy Collect on the backs. This is the version with the Easy Collect. Bale Collect, sorry. We'll take that out to the field, we'll grab the other one, and we'll do a bit of both. So we'll start off with what I consider the standard version. It does say down the bottom of there, bale twine, 72%. And what that means is, a pallet of 48 does not fill it up. If we open this up again, it opens up those 2 side ones, and it opens up these 2 back ones. Those back ones are empty. So if I bought another pallet, I could fill it up with more on the back of there as well. So it's not up to a full 100% on the bale twine, but it's not far off. Let's open up the back. Now that folds away. We'll turn it on, drop our pickup, and away we go. This does regular size bales, 4,000 litres. Lovely detail on that. Interestingly, just a little side note, just one of those things. When we were at Agritechnica, all the teams were there, Krona were there, and obviously the Krona team, Creative Mesh, were there for doing Farming Simulator League. As I was wandering around doing a bit of filming and doing my vlogs, I think on one of the vlogs it might actually be on there as well, the Krona team from FSL were sitting on the back of one of the Bale Collector 1230s, being interviewed and having their pictures taken and stuff like that, which I thought was just absolutely fantastic. Right, let's turn that off. Unload. Nice, neat bales. I like the twine on that. Nice dark coloured twine. So that's the standard version. Take that back. Actually, I could have just left it there, but it's alright. So let's disconnect that. The animations are fantastic. Their attention to detail is second to none. They did the Pals loader as well, and yeah, I mean, wow. So what we'll do is on the back, the Bale Collect, that draws that in, so it's right up against the back, brings it into place so it becomes one unit. I'll fold that up again so you'll see, and it'll push it away, so it's in its trailed configuration. And then when we lock it into place, it brings it in, slots into place directly behind, and opens up. Fantastic. Right, now we go back to the baler, turn it on, drop the pickup. Look at the animation on that. Takes the bale, puts it over to one side, and then leaves the bale push over on that side, because then when it does the next one, it pushes it the other way. Like so, and then the third one comes out in between the two, making the third bale. and then it automatically unloads off the back. That's brilliant. What a fantastic bit of kit. Now the question will be asked, and I know it will be asked, will the Bale Collector hook up to other balers? No, in answer. Unless it's a modded one, maybe on PC there might be versions, but it requires a trailer hitch on the back, which most of them don't have, and because it drags it in and pulls it in and connects onto the back of this, it's designed to work with this baler. That's the whole point about it. One more offload on that. And there we go. So what we'll do, turn that off, raise that up, turn the engine off on that. So we've done it in normal configuration and we've done it in our 3 configuration. So as part of the balers thing, what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the bale handling equipment that comes as part of this pack. That'll be the 2 balers done and the baling equipment and the pallets. So we'll do a quick pickup with those, and then we'll probably end this video, then we'll move on to we'll definitely look at the Prima 5000 in the next one, otherwise it's going to be way too long with way too much information and you've got to kind of search through looking for stuff. And then the third one we will look at the pellet haul and we'll look at the process in there and the crane and stuff like that. That makes more sense. Bear with me a second, I'll go and grab some equipment. And we'll start off looking at the Lizard V grab, that's the smaller one. This can probably do round bales. The 2 other ones, the Bresson Lard, the B50s, AR03 and AR05, are a little bit trickier with round bales because they're designed for square bales. I mean, that's in essence what they're made for. So when you've got the Bale Collector 1230 dropping 3 bales off the back at a time, it's designed for quick loading of 3, or the wider one will probably take 6, I think, for loading onto trailers much quicker. Now this one, if I press L1 and X, we can fold the bale spikes away for transport, or back like that. And we'll have a look at these actually while we're here. We'll have a look under baling technology. So the V grab there is 4,500 and it is 6 slots. Options available, we can change the main colour to anything on that colour palette there that you want to go for. And then we've got the option we can go for a front loader. So if you've got front loader tools, you can have it as a front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, back to front loader. There is no skid steer option for this because obviously if it's taking multiple things, mine's gone blank, bales, skid steer loaders often they won't be lifting 3, 6, more bales than that. Then we've got the B50 AR03, that's the smaller of the 2, 6,430. That will use 5 slots. Again, we can change the main colour to anything on that colour palette. And again, we can have it on front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, back to front loader. Again, that just changes the attachments on the back, depending on what piece of machinery you're going to be using. And then you've got the B50 AR05, which is the wider one. Now this one doesn't give you the option. This is designed for a wheel loader. Because it's much bigger, it requires something a bit chunkier to actually operate. But this one, again, colour palette, we can change the main colour, but there's no option for anything else. This is designed for a wheel loader. So what we'll do, we'll whiz out on this one. So we can put the bale spikes away for transport. I'm pretty sure, unlike some of the other ones we've had of these before, where you manually manipulate the claws, I think on this one it's triangle. I think we'll double check. Just put the spike out. So I don't think they're not auto load forks, but so we're going to the bale, pick it up. At the end of the day, it's a bale spike, but it comes as part of the pack. It's part of the bale situation, making bales and manhandling around. And obviously you might want to use these when you're doing pellet production. If you decide you're going to use the bale shredder attachment on the side of the Prima 5000, then you're going to be manhandling bales around anyway. So we'll drop that to there, take that out, go down, go in. I'm pretty sure it's L1 and triangle. There we go, L1 and triangle. We've got our bales on. Now I don't know if this will allow me to tip them right forward or whether they are going to come off or not, because the other ones are designed specifically to be... That's not bad actually. You often find these things will fall off or they start moving around, but that's alright, I like that. So drop that down on the ground. L1 triangle. Hang on. Why are the claws not removing? That's interesting. What's happened there? Ah! So grab bales is triangle, drop bales, L1. So it's two different functions. Oh, that's unusual. I wonder why it's not the same button. One does one, one does the other. Okay, so to grab them, we do L1 and triangle. That grabs them. Then to get rid of them off the front, L1 and up on the D-pad. Okay. Something a bit different here. Right, let's go and grab the first of the Bristol and Lard. We'll get the B50 AR03. Actually, no, we won't. We'll grab the other one. Because the 03 will do the same as the 05, just it doesn't unfold, that's all. It does a smaller amount, so we'll go and grab that. There is so much in this pack. It's like being a kid in a candy shop. It's like, you know, there's so much to look at. There's another reason why I think doing it in separate videos is the best way to go. It's, you know, it's just so much. Right, so we'll hook that up, lift it up, L1X folds it away. So for transport, going down country lanes, those kind of things. Now you can get weights for the back of the wheel loader. There are various different modded ones. Say various. There are a couple, I think, out there. So this will be the same then. Unfold bale grab. I think we'll get away with 3 either side, or maybe not. If I stick that right in the middle, will it pick that third one up? Don't know. Let's have a look. It's not worth a try, it. It's all part and parcel of doing this. Don't think I'm going to be on it. Right. So L1 and triangle grabs. It has picked it up. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So take that over then. Lining this up is going to be a little bit trickier. Yep, didn't quite get that right. Let's come over just a fraction. Not straight. Right, let's do that and drop bales. And back up a bit. Drop that down. Can I pick them all up? I think the spread might be too much. Hang on 1 second while I just reorganise. See, I mean, a good operator would have just bang bang, wallop wallop, done. The strange thing is, I was only doing this on my whole Micro Pioneer series earlier on today when I was recording my episode, and then I came off that to edit the video to make it, to post it, and got the message to say that the update had gone live and that the straw add-on was ready. So it's weird, just operating the same sort of stuff. Right, let's put that into place there. 24,000, 6 bales on that grab. That is fantastic. So if you get quite adept at doing that, 6 bales at a time onto a trailer, that's a brilliant bit of kit. Seems very sturdy as well. It doesn't look like the stuff's going to be wobbling or moving about. I mean, that's not to say on certain maps and certain terrain, or if you catch it or do something weird with it. There we go. Let's drop that down. L1 and up on the D-pad to disconnect. And away we go. Fantastic. Right, well, as far as add-on straw harvest from Creative Mesh, part 1 has come to an end. We have looked at what you get as an overview. We've looked at all the balers and the baling stuff, the bale handling things, and the pallets that go with the balers. It's a fantastic pack. I hope you stick with it and come and join me on part 2, where we look at the Prima V18 for pellet production, and then probably part 3 we will then look at the pellet haul and everything that goes with that. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.